To Mineski.
Okay.
Close game though.
Yeah.
Personally, I think they should move around. SB is always all about moving around.
And who would be your target if you're the SB?
Ideally, like the Alchemist, like rune fight.
Bit of a skirmish. Oh, that torrent was beautiful. Actually landing onto 3. The Void has to go up high ground. And a bit of a skirmish. No one dies, but everyone did use a little bit of onto the Tinker. The beautiful setup from the supports, and QA is going to be going down. First blood for Raging Potato. We see a charge from the Spirit Breaker. They will cancel though. There's that top lane. They're actually going to try and go for a jump onto the Darkseer. Tried to go for a juke, but MVP lose their Darkseer. And Spirit Breaker, gotta be careful. There are 3 heroes in that top. If MVP wants to grab this, they will run into the courier instead. They will get 1 hit. They need 1 more. Oh, they will get that courier. They might get a bonus hero. Do they have any detection? And the X will be thrown out. Kunkka, oh, the invis from the Piranha, almost saving his life, but that's not going to be enough. He does die. Void Chrono onto Velo. And looks like Velo should be taken down, the arrow thrown out, and they will be grabbing that Darkseer as well. 2 so far are dead for MVP. They got 1. Can they get Dubu? They get Dubu as well. 3 heroes dead for MVP, and Mineski going to be walking out with a whole bunch of gold.
Yeah, they were super ready for that movement.
Any sort of aggression. It seems like there's just so much counterplay that's available on the side of Mineski. They're looking to grab the support Kunkka, who is by himself. They've got 2 heroes nearby as well, so this should be an easy one for MVP. Oh, the Torrent actually cancelling out the charge. He jukes the Gustin.
Oh, the Tango! He blocked them!
Can they get him? Oh, never mind, they found him. They didn't even commit a wall for that.
He dropped the branch to block it.
What would you say would be the first thing that the Faceless Void from Mineski should be looking for? Meanwhile, up top, looks like they found a low HP Alchemist. Looks like he's going to have to try and go for some Arglet toggles if he wants to
I'm sure he has an active ability on his bash there for Dubu. He was right.
Looks like they found the Mirana as well, getting bashed up, leaping forward, trying to run away still, but looks like Faceless, the Darkseer at least. Yeah, Faceless Void comes in.
Back on Darkseer yet. So, and Mineski basically have all the levels they need to be able to take a team fight here with the Chrono and the boat up.
Interestingly enough though, bottom's pushed out quite a bit. MVP is revealing their Tinker. They have a lot of heroes behind him. And it looks like Mineski are on the attack. Moonlight Shadows deployed, and they will be spotting out all these heroes. Spirit Breaker, the first one to be caught out. Arrow will land, and that was a long range one with the setup from the supports. Oh, the Chrono only lands onto 1, but they will pull it into the Chrono. That's going to be 2. They will be losing Velo very shortly. Vacuum wall onto 2. Leap out immediately from the Piranha. Does not want to be taking too much damage there, but Rubik will be dropping as well. Tinker is very low, so is that Darkseer. They've got to be so careful, and they end up dying. Only 2 left here for MVP. They've got to be very cautious. They can't afford to lose too much here. Look at the Void trying to man-fight the Drow, but I think he's made a mistake. Going to be dying instead. Will he deny himself to creeps? They don't kill him, but he does get denied by the Alpha Wolf. Mirana barely alive, but not for long, as the Spirit Breaker will be charging through in a moment. There's your TP. There's the TP, so Mirana should be fine. Unless the illusions get him. Oh! That was close.
Well, they weren't able to kill the Darkseer quick enough though there. So I thought that Mineski took a pretty good fight there with the arrow landing and then the Chrono like zoning his team from coming in. And the Alchemist was able to finish off a few heroes very quickly in the fight. But at the end of the day, 3 for 3, and SB comes in with a bash and another bash and a stun from the bench.
And the Alk is still alive. The Armlet toggles more HP. And even going to be going for a stun. They threw the stun onto the Spirit Breaker. Turned into a stake. He regrets his decision. Now it's going to be the Darkseer trying to run away from the Void. There is a Drow Ranger with the Gust lift from that Rubik. Pulled into Mineski. And poor Drow gets gusted back in her face.
Raging Potato with the Armlet toggles and the jukes there. Surviving the fight. Arrow lands on Ryzen as well. Is this going to open Roshan for Mineski? But it's going to be stronger.
Oh, Spirit Breaker has been found out. This Rubik has been so efficient with the Gusts. Unfortunately, Alchemist won't get the stun off. Stuns himself instead. But yeah, we're going to see another T-Bone stake coming through. Actually goes for a charge. He'll try and buy time, but not really a case. Oh, wow. They get the Chrono, but do they have the follow-up? At least the swap is there. So
there's 2 heroes there. Like, they don't have backup though.
They don't have backup, but I'm pretty sure you can see Mineski incoming. Kunkka coming in from the north. He has a boat available, so if he wants to throw that out, he can. They're going to keep on chasing, it seems. Mirana has been charged by the Spirit Breaker, so they are well aware of where she is. Her arrow completely whiffs. They have the charge. Oh, the 3-man torrent coming out from our Kunkka, keeping MVP in place. The wall, the vacuum. They're going to at least kill off the Alchemist. Both been thrown out. Looks like our Faceless Void trying to go for a small kill here. And looks like he will manage to grab that one. Looks like we can have MVP looking to be on the retreat here. Is Mineski hot on their heels. They really want that Drow Ranger trying to juke through the tree line. Can they get her? They actually go for a stun. Tinker is here, going to back up the Drow at least. And that's going to send the Rubik on his heels. He needs to get away, going for a laser at least. I think the Rubik at least is going to die. They need to get the Mirana out. Oh no, they're not going to chase. They will throw rockets out instead. There are 3 Mineski heroes. They will get that hit. Leap forward from the Mirana. They don't really want to commit. You can see they're a little bit hesitant. Just going to pop out some damage, but they won't commit. They walk in through small gaps. You can tell that's going to be a problem. But open spaces like that, is that where MVP wants to be looking for fights?
I think the most important is just they need to draw the fights, regardless of fighting in a... You don't want to fight in a close position because it gives the Chronosphere much more power. So open fights, if possible. Because clump up spaces could also play to your Darkseer's advantage. So I think either way, as long as the fights go long, it's going to be really good for MVP.
Oh, Mineski smoked up. Invis is there. They will scout them out. Looks like this poor Spirit Breaker, it gets blown up immediately. So does the Rubik, however. So a support on either side being taken down straight away. Void trying to jump on through, gets a 2-man chrono, gets a kill onto the Venge at least. That's 2 down for MVP, and it looks like this is going to be their retreat. The Dire does not want to stick around. Too many Mineski heroes are here. That's another 2 kills going into the pockets of Mineski.
Oh, the Drow doing so much damage with the Shadow Blade.
Alk, can he get the ult off? The armlet toggles first. There's the ult armlet. Oh, cannot get that one. Tinker able to finish that off. They see the Void, but... Oh, Torrent. Again, not the 2 heroes. He's so good with these torrents. I think Mineski, they're a bit hesitant.
Like he really shouldn't have been farming there though. There's still a tier 1 on the enemy team. Why is he farming on the high ground in the mid lane there? It was just greedy though. Like it's not much to say about that, and paying the price.
Boats available. Blink forward from the Mirana. Oh, has she regret her decision? She actually walked into a gust and she gets blown up. That's a godlike as well, going into the way of that Spirit Breaker. That was a huge misplay coming out from our Mirana.
2 mistakes in a row from Mineski. Both their cores going down, gifting MVP the free Roshan here. Individual player made a mistake. Like they just made a bad call as a team. But for Mineski, it's more like individual plays that are not good. Getting caught out alone.
If they fix those problems though, how far do you see Mineski getting? They have had
that problems for like 5 years, like 4 or 5 years, for a very long time.
Well, this time they've got different players. So do you think we can see them changing? First, we'll take a look at this Alchemist. Look at all these MVP heroes swarming onto him.
Probably not, like, because the person that's making the mistakes, you have to work as a team. Being a great player alone is not enough.
MVP has a secret ward.
Like he's the guy that needs to defend the base, but he's dead now because he went out too far to farm.
And it's MVP actually considering to go up high ground. They also have a secret observer ward in the bottom corner of the map, so they actually can see into Mineski's base a little bit. They have a little bit of vision. Drow just slowly chipping away. Now Mineski, do they push them back? They've got the Kunkka working with the Mirana, so there's no chance that Mirana should be dying here unless there's a misplay from the Kunkka. But this is not deterring them. They're still sticking around.
Just look at the net worth. Alchemist is not ahead of the Drow. This is super bad news for Mineski. Like Alchemist is meant to be ahead of the enemy carry. If you're not ahead, then you're in serious troubles as Alchemist.
I guess the good news here is that MVP, they don't feel too confident going...
Like, Tinker's pushing out all the lanes, and the threat of SB charging
they found the Alk again. They need to keep him alive, but he blew up so quickly. And they're going to get a bonus kill as well, perhaps, on the Void. They do get a Mirana almost bursting down 3 of MVP. But can the Mirana get a bonus kill, however? They actually managed to find the Venge, who was a little too far forward. They will get that kill, but it's a support for both the Void and the Alkin. Look at the Drow. She is so confident. She's moving ahead by herself. Once this Mirana, who's silenced, will get the Mirana kill. Oh my goodness, that's 3 heroes dead from Mineski, and that was right outside their base.
The armor item and the Octarine core.
They're trying to bait out with the Alk, but I think MVP, they're getting the idea. Looks like Spirit Breaker wandering too close. He's going to get torrented and swarmed by Mineski. Mineski really wanted that kill, so they get him. Oh, the Chrono, they found the Drow, but look at Ryzen Beautiful save with that swap, so the Drow is going to be able to live for a little bit longer. Mineski, however, they're going to still pursue. They really want these MVP heroes, and in particular, that Drow Ranger. Tinker is nearby. He is throwing down those marches to try and slow everyone on the side of Mineski down. Oh, they found that Drow. The arrow as well, but do they have the follow-up to kill her off? Looks like they will be killing her off too. That's 3 dead. Tinker's still hanging around, trying to go for some extra bursts, but hasn't been able to kill anyone. Looks like Mirana gonna have to send him back with a couple of bursts. But that's 3 kills.
Chronosphere and kill 1 or 2 heroes and end the fight. If the fight goes on longer, it's bad for them.
Oh, Spirit Breaker runs into all of Mineski.
That was super questionable, but it's pretty useful.
Oh, charge on through, and the Tinker blinking forward. Oh, they actually managed to cancel out that charge. Wall has been thrown out. Look at Spirit Breaker gonna die. Oh, the Chrono, and the Torrent, and the boat. Can they actually follow up though? They need to kill off these heroes. They're trying to run away with the Venge. Everyone is under the cover of the Moonlight Shadow.
Yeah, this is still acceptable for MVP, not losing. I was like, oh crap.
Those ultimates and spells from Mineski. Mineski runs out of gas.
Because Alchemist was like, he was really far behind though. He couldn't go up and contribute in terms of damage. Even at least dropping down like a stun to help out. So they need to coordinate it better and just get the Alchemist nearer to the Chronosphere, because they need, apart from the double Star Storms, they need the Alchemist to at least drop a stun or even the Acid into the Chronosphere. That's going to be Roshan for Febby once again. Like I mentioned, if the game goes really long, I will favor Mpgl and get caught by the SB and the Tinker.
Quite a few items being picked up as well on Mineski. BKB down on the Mirana. Alchemist just picked up his Octarine Core.
Oh, X-Mark.
Oh, they're going to go in. They really want to start something, but do they have detection? Alchemist going to stun himself. The Drow is there. Can they actually start picking on her? Oh, the vacuum, the wall, the Chrono, but unfortunately for Mineski, there's no one there to actually capitalize on the Chronosphere, so that's going to be completely whiffed. It buys his team time to get away, but they will be losing their Faceless Void perhaps. 2 seconds for a jump.
For Mineski, long fights.
Oh, they used all their big ultimates there. And for MVP is not a team that's driven by ultimates. They are willing to fight. Oh, they've actually managed to run into a little bit extra here. Well, Alchemist is nearby. Charge onto the Gust as well. The Torrent will land onto the Drow Ranger. Stun. Mirana really wants to kill off this Drow. Will finish her off. And in the meantime, TP that won't complete by the Venge will die as well. 2 for 2. Drow and Venge for a Rubik and a Faceless Void.
Well, in the end, it turned out to be great for Mineski. They actually got 3, considering the ages as well. So 3 kills for them. So
looks like Tinker gets a quick snipe on the Rubik. Now, can they get him? Oh, they're going to lose both supports though. Oh, the Chrono. Tinker walks into it. That was so well played. But the vacuum, trying to buy some time. Can they actually kill off the Tinker at least? He's dropping very low, but they haven't killed him. Oh, he gets out. No, he will die. Mirana with the leap as well as the Starstorm. But they've lost 3 heroes so far. Only Mirana and the Faceless Void are left to stand. MVP going to be very happy with that one. And they may consider taking that tower up in the top lane. Crazy, unconventional.
It's Tinker versus Alchemist. The games are going to be like this. All about dodging. Both teams has very good deep push. Very difficult to push to high ground. You need to like make a bad play. Someone gets picked off before you can siege comfortably.
It's like so much respect
you get a DD
to each
rune.
other.
They have a DD rune, that's why they're going up.
Oh my goodness. I get the Chrono though, but the Vengeance, they're going to keep the Drow alive at least. And Alchemist's going to stun himself. No, he pops the Manta just in time. He's going to be okay. Oh goodness, that Torrent was beautiful. They're also going to get a bonus kill. That's two for 1 so far. MVP got to be very careful now. Everyone on Mineski, they're on the high ground, so they're going to be relatively comfortable. Drow by herself. The Darkseer is nearby. Arrow doesn't land. Oh, they don't get that arrow, but they're going to chase down. Nope. The TP in from the Tinker going to be in the tree line. QO needs to try and at least kill off some of these squishy heroes from Mineski. They've gotten 1 so far. Tinker is still here, throwing rockets, throwing Dagons, doing some good work here. The Drow's still alive. Alchemist is there, wants to go for this kill now. Where's the Tinker? He's not going to be there. Hurricane Pike buying time. Gust as well. But it looks like this is going to be the end of Febby. He'll be going down 2. That's 4 of MVP melting to Mineski. Else is not on timer.
So Alchemist is getting the majority of the farm. I guess him and Mirana. But like I said, dire side, you're going to get another Roshan for MVP. Not much Mineski can do about it, because Tinker is going to force you to defend your lanes. And once you defend your lanes, MVP is going to get the Roshan.
So there we go, there's the Rosh. Aegis.
Oh, he has a gem as well.
Oh,
can I get him?
No, they found him! Oh, big loss.
That's a big kill. He has no buyback for 60 seconds. That was a big pick-off, giving away the gem. So MVP is going to be able to solidify the map advantage that they have. They land an arrow on Febby. E-Blade.
Febby's okay. Torrent, not looking too healthy, but Febby's still going to be there. TP in from the Tinker. Oh, that vacuum! Oh, goodness. But here we go. BKB on Febby, trying to do the damage. And it's actually pretty low. Alchemist is going to try and jump right on top of the Drow. And look at everyone on MVP. They're trying to keep him at bay. Looks like Drow will be absolutely fine. Going to be hitting from a range. And look at Mineski. They've lost 4. They've only got that Mirana left. And look at MVP swarming into the Mineski base. Raxes are finally exposed. They will be glyphed up. But you can see MVP, they're not feeling too comfortable. Oh, there's a Chrono coming out from the Void. Vacuum going to be buying a little bit of time, but they will be losing the Drow potentially. No, she's still alive. They haven't killed her off. She's doing damage. They actually just left the Drow inside the base. Alk will finally kill her off. She has the Aegis though, so she will be coming back at 100%. Alk by himself, got to be careful. He can be kited. You can see the Drow just thinking about it, but...
they used 2 buybacks on Mirana and Alk. Like MVP already gained so much out of this.
Oh, Febby. Febby.
They're waiting for Tinker. Tinker's reviving soon.
They're going in. Gust, slow as well onto Alk. Had to pop his man to BKB deployed as well. The charge was there. Stun, trying to throw it out. They will get it onto Febby, but it wasn't very long. Torrent is there. Swap. The swap keeping up that Drow. Ryzen goes down straight away. And MVP slowly losing heroes. Tinker. That Gust was beautiful onto the Alchemist. I think he might be able to stun himself here. The Tinker's being lifted. Going to be hit with that turret. He'll go down as well. And Drow now isolated. Being chased by the Priestess of the Moon. Can they kill off the Drow? To throw the E-Blade, the stun, the Gust. They finally get a kill her off, and that's a team wipe as MVP gets annihilated in Mineski's base. Have they overstepped their bounds?
Just the Aghanims on the Rubik from the Alchemist things.
Oh, Scythe is picked up on the Tinker. This is rather big.
This is really, really big for MVP.
I think they're going to be looking for this, and oh god, this poor Spirit Breaker.
Does he have buyback?
He doesn't. There's no buyback. Trying to look for more, and it looks like they will find them. Tinker's going to be TPing into Febby. At least he did Hurricane Pike himself out of there. He's on the low ground. Alchemist is going to be chasing everyone onto the high ground of MVP. And oh boy, Ryzen, you are not a happy player. Gets taken down by the Alk. He literally took no damage in that. He didn't care. Look at the Tinker. He's solo. Gets X back. Oh, that X was huge. And that Tinker... He has buyback, but that is still a death. That is 3 heroes dead for MVP. He's gonna go down first. No, he gets swapped out. He's still alive, but the Mirana jumps right on top of him. It does not matter that you have a Vengeful Spirit. That's 3 heroes dead again for MVP. BKB. Oh, Alchemist.
Tinker, he used his buyback. He can't afford to die here.
Mirana dead. Mirana has buyback, but Tinker does not. That was a very...
Miracle comes back alive on the Mineski side.
So blink down, just going to be scouting out the Roche. They will scout out the Venge as well. And forcing down as well. Here we go. Drow starting the Roche here for MVP. They want to take this down. He does a lot of damage. Oh no, the Hex! The Chrono going to be landing onto 3. These Chronos, they lose the Alchemist though! He's going to go down. Mirana's going to respawn shortly, but I think Mineski, they've made a huge mistake trying to go into this Roche. MVP cleaned them up nicely. And they're going to finish off this Roche taking Aegis and Cheese.
That Chrono was so good, but it still wasn't enough to actually save Raging Potato there on the Alchemist. He caught 3 heroes and Alchemist was just outside of the Chrono, allowing him to escape, but damage output from Tinker and with the Hex was just way too much for them to handle.
There is buyback on the Alk, but they still gave away that Roche.
He has to use his buyback. This is really, really dangerous times for Mineski. They have to stall 40 seconds for the Rubik and the Void to come back. Like,
it's a small step.
Yeah, it doesn't mean so much anymore, but still you want to take it one step at a time, and eventually you're going to get mega creeps and you're going to have a hard time defending.
So it looks like now they're just going to go straight down towards bottom. Now they need to be aware that Mineski have everyone up and alive. All their ultimates are ready. You can see the Vengers in a position to be there for the swap. Now here we go, swap out for Febby. They're going to save the swap. Febby's going to be out. No, gets pulled back by the X. Oh, I think they may have actually kept that swap for a little bit too long. Gonna still be fighting in there. Drow still going strong, but Febby will be dropping soon. As you can see, everyone on Mineski sandwiching in the Drow. No, they're trying to escape now. Febby's really starting to do the damage. Hex is down. Mirana's gonna be taken down first. They do still have the take on.
Alchemist is down.
Oh, he's dead. They've only got the Mirana left for DPS. She just bought back. But she needs to be careful. If she dies, that's a buyback, and that might just be game. MVP. They can get a reaction from Mineski, but they're trying to hold down the fort if possible. Are they just going to let them take T4s?
There's not much they can do though, like they have Chrono, they can try to fight here. They need to put up a fight.
There's a Chrono. They're going to at least commit the arrow onto QO. They throw the torrent down, the boat as well. Can they get some kills? They need to send MVP home. They can't let them hit on the Ancient or the T4. They've got to be so careful though. They need to make sure the Void does not die. That Chronosphere.
Dead, yes, no buyback.
Oh god, the Ancient no exposed. T4s are both down. You can see Febby is just clearing out the creep wave. He wants this Ancient, but everyone's still fighting right next to Mineski's Fountain. But MVP, it looks like they might just take it because the Drow's left untouched. Everyone in Mineski, they are slowly being whittled down. And I think this just might be it. Game 1 would be in the bag here for MVP.
GG.
There we go.
What a game.
The Korean Overlords prevailing in game